What's up? This is Bernadette Price. I'm giving a shout out to the Brokest podcast. You know, he's showing my tattoo right now. Imperious Rex will be out soon in the summer.
Excuse me. Besime. We got the Brokest bucket,
Mira, papi.
You are not lethal.
Es fuego outside.
You are not universal.
Es fuego outside, Mookie.
You are not Smooth Jones.
Es fuego outside, Mookie.
Mira,
I am not
today
Esteban.
Es suavejones.
and the
Who the
Brokest
fuck are
bucket,
you?
you know.
Cálmate,
Sí,
Niggas
cálmate.
stole our table.
Yo soy Manny
You
Mundo.
fucking eating my rice and you're gonna tell me to calm down?
Niggas stole our table, yo.
This nigga, bro. Anyways, I got two dark negros with me, okay?
Sí, sí.
Universal,
Sí.
de Waxru TV, YouTube. He does the videos, he shoot it up. Se
Shoot it.
cogen, que se llama la shooter that
Sí.
shoots.
Sí.
Uh-huh.
Okay?
Respect the shooter.
Sí.
Trust the fucking shooter.
Boom, 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 boom.
Anyways, over there
you
we
look-
got,
you
maybe
look
he's
like
black,
that.
maybe he's Dominican,
Dominican
You
Rob.
never
perhaps he's
know.
cubano, algo así,
Tan, tan, tan,
que se llaman Esteban Rey. And then,
¡Epa!
like the fucking waffles when you're making the waffle machine, we
You
got the
know-
light skin legend.
Green.
También lo tiene el actor slash rapper que se llaman Smoothie el película. Smoothie the movie, okay?
Gandules.
Who looks like Bart Simpson more, me or Dustin?
Juice.
You got the hair, asshole.
You're like spitting image, but colored with a marker.
Did you pay for those glasses?
The black ones
free as
They
fuck.
had the chocolate
Straight from
one.
Cox.
Pause.
Pause on that.
This week on episode 5 of the Brokest Podcast, you know, we are back with more reckless banter and
Like,
great hip hop knowledge. Shout out to my goons. We took a little break because y'all was being some hoes, but we back.
What you mean? I was eating steak.
Not y'all, I'm talking about them at home.
Yeah.
They was being some hoes.
I was just telling
There
you I
was,
eating steak.
Yeah, but honestly, it's been a great 2 weeks of hip hop. A lot of ups and downs.
A lot of more ups and
There's been
downs.
some great moments and sad moments.
We're just gonna cover it all, you know. First off, not to cut y'all off, but fuck it. What's up with the? Everybody wants to talk about this. We might be a couple days late, but Migos and Buttons. That's that.
Before we go there, rest in peace, Prodigy.
Hold,
R.I.P. P.
Yes, yes.
Let's get that out the way
Shh, moment of silence for P.
I thought before we go
Shh,
there.
That's a moment of silence. Moment of silence for P.
Oh, my bad, P.
Pour out some E&J, my nigga.
Nah, real talk. I grew up on Prodigy. I feel like
Real shit.
one of the biggest influences in me, in like the way I talk, the way I started writing music, everything. You know what I mean? Like Prodigy was a big influence on a lot of people. I'm
That
sure.
dun lingo. You gotta speak that dun
Yeah, I
lingo.
grew up
You know
on
what I
that
mean?
dun lingo, for real.
Just his attitude and the way he walked around for a little nigga, you know, he was a
Which-
little dude. I loved him as a rapper. Got to shoot one of his shows. Went to see him a bunch of times.
Yo, we just seen him 2
We
weeks
seen
prior
him.
to his death.
Probably his
Yeah.
last performance of him.
Nah,
One
second
of
to
his
last.
last, yeah.
I know he did a show in Vegas.
Yep.
That was definitely lit. We seen him up there with the Griselda boys.
Yeah,
Sorry,
that-
man.
that
This
show
is
was so
crazy,
crazy.
man. Even just, it's crazy.
Yeah, it
Some
is.
real shit.
We got to
It's a
see him at
legend.
his first
seen P a
live
lot.
Yeah.
his live performance with a band at the Blue Note Jazz Club. That was ill.
I
Seen
seen
him at
P at
Toast
the.
Place
I seen him at the
times.
Connecticut Expo Center one time. He put on a real dope show too,
I
man.
seen them collectively as Mobb Deep, 2, 3.
I think everybody had a little sip of E&J because of Mobb Deep. Like nobody was sipping E&J
Yeah, I mean,
because of Mobb Deep.
this is real.
Hennessy
early
was
influence.
popping. Like my uncle was drinking Hennessy before Mobb Deep. I'm talking about E&J. Like niggas really went.
Jesus.
Yeah,
I know there's
really
a
went
lot
down
of
on
young
that
dudes that, maybe hear some of the verses, know some of the songs, but they don't really know the influence of
They don't know what that was like.
in the game.
When you was young, 14, and you heard that P, Survival of the Fittest, Shook
Yeah,
Ones,
yeah.
that shit came on, it was like, oh.
He's got a lot of quotable lines too. Like
A million of them.
He's got
To
Yeah,
be a
bro.
trash ass rapper, my bad.
Oh, man.
But to be a guy who's not super lyrical,
How did you
No,
just,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
to be a guy who's
transition
not, because I'm gonna keep it real. To be a guy who's not
He's
super
he's
lyrical,
like Prodigy, though. It's
P
kinda like how I
had
feel
a
about
million
Jay.
teen lines, had a million teen
Yeah.
great hip hop quotables that
You
a
can
lot
put
of
him on
rappers didn't have.
t-shirts. You can
And
just line
he
him on
he's
t-shirts.
always
and
been on
bang him
like
out.
outspoken too, like with the way he feels or like
Oh yeah,
on
yeah.
his records.
He's had a lot of beefs too.
Yeah.
He beefed with Tupac,
Jay.
He beefed
Complex-
with Jay-Z.
Complex spoke on
These
that,
are big,
saying how
big,
He held his own. On
Yeah, he
all
always
big
did,
beefs
yep.
and
He
everything.
definitely did.
He
Well, he always
went
stuck to
at
his, always stuck to what he knew, stuck into his realm, kept it Queens, kept it gutter.
He gave us 40-inch chains.
40-inch chains,
Yeah,
Peace Bang Glass tables,
Yup.
Peace Bang Glass tables.
HNIC gave that to us.
Shout outs to Hab, man. Hab, I know you're probably going through a lot right now. This shit got to be tough, man. But big ups to Hab, man. That was your guy, man. I
Yeah,
remember,
Hab's-
I remember when you left your phone in that gas station and they started tweeting those things about P, but I feel you. I feel you.
This guy.
Yes, he wants to bring up.
We got to see him when we came home too. We got his little what was it? That voice book. What do you call those books?
Audio book.
The audio book.
Audio
I couldn't
book,
even think of it. Yeah, we got a signed copy of his audio book.
And P wrote a couple books, you know.
Commissary Kitchen.
Dropping
My
some dimes
Infamous
in those
Life.
books, but he wrote a couple books. Nice
Yeah,
dope
no,
books.
I mean, just like, what was it, like 2 years ago, he did the album with Alchemist, Albert Einstein.
That was a classic.
And that shit really took it back to what they were, started off doing.
That's
So it had
a
real
classic.
dope. Yeah, that shit had
That's a
some really
definite
dope
classic.
songs on it.
The beats, everything on it. What are you talking about? That whole joint. is
But
dope.
but they called P the humble giant. You know what I mean? Because he was like mad cool. You know what I mean? His like persona was bigger than he was. He was
Right.
mad humble. He
Yeah.
just talked to niggas like normal. Blaze up with cats and all that. And that brings me to what you was talking about earlier with Joe Buttons.
Well, before we
You
talk,
know-
I got one more thing just before we touch on
Okay.
that. My bad. So the whole with P and then Sean Price being dead, I saw the little memes with the two of them on it. I don't know if y'all saw it.
Yeah.
But they did a little cipher freestyle on Boiler Room. If you haven't seen that, make sure y'all go check it out because it was definitely dope. It's probably gonna end up being like one of those ill moments in history. Everybody goes back and references. But let's jump on that Joe Budden Migos situation.
Yeah, well, the thing that it brought me to was like this dude Joe Buttons, man. He's always feeling like he's like the fucking voice of lyrical rappers. You know what I'm saying? Like he gotta be that dude who stands up and says
rap
some
it up
stupid shit.
then.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
But
Dude,
you
they
know
let
what?
me
Like
Bad and
I
Bougie.
get
Yeah,
Joe.
look like
Like,
let me on Bad and Bougie.
Joe's the way Joe's antics and the way he went about it was wrong.
Niggas had a
But
meme
yeah, that's
that
totally
killed that.
wrong,
He
man.
was totally wrong. But apparently them niggas is disrespectful and just like
Do I look like I'm letting
Nah,
my bad and
sure.
Bougie?
No. Let's keep it real. That if you was Migos and you've been getting a lot of hate from the old heads, let's say.
No, I'm not gonna be happy about an interview with Buttons. by
Yeah,
any
yeah.
means.
Going into an interview
Especially
with Joe
when he starts the
Buttons,
interview with the,
You
we got
got-
some sassy niggas coming up here.
you know what I'm saying? Like you
We
started
already
off
on a bad foot.
pretty on a bad note, already knowing that this dude Joe Buttons is
journalism
gonna
Joe
be.
is not politically correct.
But you know what? Props to
He's
Migos
emotional as
because
hell,
they
I
still
know
did it
that.
anyways. And real talk,
But why does
they
he
don't
get-
have to do
Yo, but
everyday
hold on,
struggle.
but hold on,
You know what I mean?
time
Like,
out. But what's the difference between Joe and Charlamagne doing it? Charlamagne is just as
here's the
reckless
difference
at the
though.
top of the
No,
show.
Charlamagne
Charlamagne
invites
comes
you
off
onto his
different.
show,
Yeah,
and
sure.
then he asks you questions about his opinion on or what other people's opinion are on you, and he allows you to fire back. Joe
does.
Buttons didn't do. Hey,
And
what makes you
Charlamagne
guys think
remains
you're so
calm.
hot or anything?
Charlamagne remains calm. He's not trying to
Charlamagne-
outstage
Charlamagne
you.
come off
like
He's not trying to
passive.
yell at you.
Yeah, yeah. You remember when
Remember when Joe went
matter
off
of
on
fact.
Yachty? That shit was funny though when he started.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was
Joe
gonna
was
say.
wilding out.
But that's out of
in
control.
general,
That's
man.
like
It's
wild.
You know
Like,
what though?
one at a time, one at a
Here's the
time.
thing.
Y'all
My
niggas
bad.
be wilding out, man. What's
Here's the
up?
thing with Charlamagne. Like, if Charlamagne asked you a question and you ain't got a rebuttal, he did it to Post Malone. Chewed his ass up after that. Like, Charlamagne does it. He's a little more subtle about it than Joe, but he'll get up there and embarrass niggas and just chew him up without him even knowing.
Listen, man. Somebody,
Yeah, but also I've seen a lot of people put
somebody
Charlamagne
told
in
me
his
light skinned
place.
people
You know what I
gotta
mean?
go extra hard. I don't know.
Nah, but the fact is that Joe Buttons feels like I think he, from my opinion, I think he felt disrespected by the fact that they didn't give a fuck about him. And he feels like he deserves some type of respect because maybe he's more lyrical than these dudes. But these dudes built kind of like their own little empire. This isn't like, we write lyrics. These dudes are trying to make money off of this. You know what I mean? Like,
But at the
I understand what you're saying, definitely. And on some other shit, just to take it to a general standpoint, motherfuckers was on the radio talking about how, like, the generation in general just disrespects the elderly generations now and everything. And that's in general what it has
For the
to
masses.
do with it. Yeah.
well,
for
you
the
know,
masses,
I mean,
like,
I grew up in the generation with Big and all these dudes, and like, them motherfuckers like Jay and Nas, like, that was hella disrespectful. Like, I don't need none of y'all to do this. And you know what I mean? It doesn't have to be like, sit down. And even Drake right now, like, in a lot of his recent music, he talks about, I should feel guilty for getting paid off of this because you guys missed out in your era or whatever, I think that's really what it boils down to is like, these artists are not lyrical and they make a lot of money. You know what I mean? Like the NBA right now, giving JJ Redick, $25 million to go play the 76ers.
But it's like at the same time, the Migos have their following and they love what they do. Joe Budden has his following and they love what he does.
Joe Budden doesn't have a following.
Joe Budden still sells out shows. So he's got a following.
But
Like,
but that's the thing. Like we can't say he sells out shows and we're talking about Toes Place and these dudes are selling out the XL Center. It's a
right,
huge
but
difference.
there is a difference, but he's still getting paid. He's still making money.
Oh, but I'm just
selling
saying it's
out
not selling out
so-
shows. He's not selling out the XL Center.
Neither is Fab though either. And you know what I mean?
Well, no, Fab could probably get the XL Center.
Fab
Joe
barely
Buttons
packed
isn't.
Toad's place last time he was there.
Well, Buttons is barely doing those two then.
Last show I went to, he was sold out.
I don't know. It costs 50 racks to get Fab.
You
Probably
know,
only costs like 10, 20 to get Joe Buttons.
Right, but what I'm getting at is they all have their own following. Everybody's gonna view them, the Migos, and have them on their high horse, and Joe Budden fans are gonna have him on his high horse, and other people are gonna have who they have on their high horse, and everybody's gonna say this person can do no wrong. You know what I mean?
Well, nah, that's where we come in because I'm about to tell y'all motherfuckers who was wrong.
Let him know, Lito.
The fact is if you're Joe Buttons, you're not there as Joe Buttons, the rapper, I want to battle these dudes. You're there as Joe Buttons, the interviewer, like
It's
the Brokest
journalism
podcast.
Joe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, if we had an opportunity to talk to Migos, I definitely wouldn't disrespect these dudes, whether I listen to their music or not. I happen to like some of their music.
You'd
Not
have
to the point where, you know, I'm a big fan of their stuff, their work, but they have a lot of songs in my playlist that I like.
But so-
level of
I don't
professionalism,
knock
basically.
off the young rappers just because they're not lyrically up to par. There's other shit in music, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like, you know, you can't just everything isn't lyrics. If you doing that all the time, power to you. That's your way of listening to music.
But here's the thing. Here's my thing with that too. Like, they knew they were gonna have that interview with Complex, set up by Complex with Joe and Academics. When you go on a Breakfast Club, you know what you're potentially getting into with Charlamagne. You can't tell me them dudes didn't know what they was potentially getting into with Joe Budden. Like his antics.
I mean, but what did they do? You know what I mean? Other than like,
Some
you
people
know,
give it the benefit of
like
the
they
doubt,
like
you know what I'm
they
saying? You know?
they specifically asked the last one on Offset.
Yeah.
They asked him, did you feel like you were left out of a big
Bad
song?
and Bougie.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Oh,
And so
Take Off.
That's right.
Take
That's
Off.
his name. Fucking. Did you feel like you? I mean, come on. Like, if you was in the group and that was you, you wouldn't feel slighted. Like, what you trying to say? Like, you
But
know
you
what I
know
mean?
those
I ain't as
interviews
nice
are
as these dudes. Like,
True.
he still ate off it. Look at my man's Julie. They ride together. They're like family.
Right.
They're not even friends. Like, they're like literally like uncles and brothers. So
No,
somehow
they
they are
Why
that.
those have eyes?
And like, look at the way they handled it. Like, they all stood up. Like, you gonna drop the mic? We gonna drop the mic. That's how we gonna get down.
There
And,
was
and
a
obviously
meme-
their security
there
team was
a
way
meme
bigger.
that said they
Right.
stood up like the Powerpuff Girls. That shit had me dying.
There was a lot of memes that clowned the shit out of them.
Oh my
But
God.
that's how these young boys dress, man. They wear the little chains that you know, a lot of jewelry.
But my thing is, yo, if
Colorful
you
clothes.
do an interview on Everyday Struggle, you know what you're potentially getting into. But when they had Joey Badass on there, his whole demeanor was different. I don't know if you guys seen that episode where they had
I think
Joey
they're comparing
Badass.
different interviews, though. You gotta realize red carpet interviews aren't,
Yeah,
aren't what
that's
we're talking
true,
about.
yeah.
We're
Right.
talking about interviews where they're prepared for it. Red carpet interviews are I just did 10 of these.
True.
Yeah.
I just did 5 of these. I got 5 more to go. So
Just banging out.
And I'm
quick,
sure
quick, quick.
half of
yeah.
the people there don't even, know that. So they're like, Migos, are you excited to be doing a song with Katy Perry? You know what I mean? Like, they're
Right.
not like what Everyday Struggle is, where it's like
True.
based in hip hop. You know what I mean? But I mean, on another note,
About to take another vacay on another boat. Goddamn, a mother rode his way out the hood. Shouts out to Hov. He just dropped something. You know,
So
I
that
think
kinda-
Lito wants to tell us about some new albums that dropped or whatever.
yeah.
Lito, let him know.
That's what I want. I mean, right now, new albums are popping.
Mhm.
Popping. You probably are gonna see this a little bit later than what I'm talking about, but there's so many of them out right now.
So what we got out right now?
Well, there's 444,
Mm.
which is it's being talked about a lot. You know what I mean?
The shit's getting
I feel like the
News
way people
press.
are enjoying it, it's almost like a new restaurant or something. Like people are enjoying it, and other people are upset that other people are enjoying it. So they gotta hate on it. It's almost like, why you like this so much? Why you so enjoying this? It's like,
Yeah.
let people enjoy this shit.
Yeah,
You don't have to enjoy it as much.
Right. Yeah.
You can just say, yo, this is a dope J album. That's how I feel personally. Like, yo, this is good work from Jay-Z. You never get anything that's kind of like, oh,
I feel like it's
I was
different.
excited to listen
I
to
don't
it.
know,
I
maybe that's
enjoyed
just
it.
me.
I played it. It just
You know?
feels grown up. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this is what a grown up rich billionaire would rap about. You know what I mean? Like, What are you expecting
to me,
from this
I
dude?
always feel like he has growth in his music.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? So, and that's where it is. He can't, it's oh so much Home could keep saying.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But he still tends to do it.
I mean, as a rapper,
You
you
know what
should
I'm
have
saying?
growth and with anything. I mean, your next album,
I mean, yeah,
every
naturally.
album shouldn't be about the hood. You know, you making millions now. Now
But
you need to rap
there's-
about being a black man making millions or a Puerto
There's
Rican
some
man making
people
millions.
that, you know what I'm
But-
saying? They stay stagnated in the
Yeah,
same
they
level.
do.
Of, you know what I'm saying?
Or if you're gonna stick to that, then you're.
Some fall down.
Yeah, it's
You
not
know,
like-
you don't know where they at now. You know what I'm saying?
If you're gonna keep making that like
Shit like
killer
that.
music, that hood music, and you in your 40s and got millions, that's cool. But change the perspective of it. Like go from being you rapping like as that person doing the dirt to more of you like telling the stories or
You
seeing
know,
it from another light or
I don't.
angle.
I can't understand that point of view. To me, I feel like when artists put out new music, like I'm excited to listen to it, almost like read a book or whatever the case is, and I want to go through the material and enjoy it. I never really feel like I have to determine as the fan what type of material they put out. You know what I mean? Like
But
you know, like that's like you said right there. Like, you know, I feel like you have to do that. Like there's no have to, especially for a guy like Jay-Z. Like there's no lane to fill. Like this dude can literally do whatever music he wants to. You know what I mean?
But you don't listen to certain artists and you like feel like it's just the same shit over and over because they're rapping about the same stuff and haven't changed their
Snoop
format
Dogg
or
been
their
rapping
content.
about the same shit for
Honestly,
mad long.
that's
But if I hear a
kinda
hot
why
song
you,
from
like-
him,
Or
like
the
a
way
rapper.
they flip it, you know what I mean? Like even if you, that's what I'm saying. If you gonna rap about the same thing, if that's your lane, change your delivery, change your pace. Like I said, change the angle of what you're coming at it. If it's the same thing over and over and over, eventually you're like, this is the same shit. I don't want to hear this anymore.
is that what you feel about the J.O.?
Personally, I'm not a Jay-Z fan. Jay-Z doesn't do it for me. This album, he has some dope lines on there. He says some stuff, but it's not groundbreaking. The album's boring to me. But that's me. You may love it. He thinks it's fire. He may love it. I think it's boring.
I think that's the difference in opinions. I know the lyricist dudes love it. Smooth, how you feel?
I love it. I think it's Jay's best project. I think easily.
Honestly?
Yo, that shit is like
Better
up there,
than the
man.
earlier work?
Oh,
I like
better
Magna
than-
Carta
Do
better.
you
than I
like it better
that
because
stuff.
you feel like this is like
I ain't like Magna Carta.
what he's saying
love
is
the
actually
production
behind
on
him now, like official?
I feel like it's less is more. I feel like you got 10 tracks, you go straight through. All 10 of them are dope production. He's talking about something different on every one. It's nothing like the old stuff. I love it.
Total growth.
No party music,
You know what I'm
nothing
saying?
talking about.
And I feel like he gives you a piece of a life, you know what I'm saying, that from a different perspective, you know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Like that shit is, yeah, he's right.
The stuff that people like hate Jay-Z for in the past, which is funny to me because I've always liked Jay-Z and I've always heard people say, well, Jay-Z raps about this too much. All he talks about is this and all he does is this. And he comes out with an album, he does none of that. Doesn't rap about cars, doesn't rap about jewelry, doesn't rap about bitches, and he really just talks about different shit that
Family,
family
old
and life, the
Brooklyn.
shit that people always said he never did, and then they do it, and then people
Yeah.
still don't like it.
I mean, you got the
people like it.
13th album from one of the most successful, probably the most successful
Rapper.
lyrical rapper. And the one thing I'm going to just go on and say, and we can end it on this if so, is that Jay is that guy. You know what I mean? Like, always stayed behind the scenes. Always stayed on top of his business.
I love his business
Always
sense.
stayed on top of it, on his lyrics. Like, to right now, if you're listening to this, the lyrics are so good. Like, it's like it's like aged fine wine. It's like that stuff that just, like he says, like it gets better and better. I don't love the album as much as because I did like the stuff he did with Kanye a lot and the multiple production. You know, the No ID shit is dope. It's not that I hate it or dislike it. It's just a lot of the same stuff, you know? But there's a bunch of other albums out there. So if you're one of those people who isn't feeling 444,
Let's
you can go
not
listen
forget.
to some other
Let's
shit.
not forget Royce dropped that Bar Exam 4.
Yes, that's where I was segueing to, which the bar exams, I don't know if it's maybe the second best or
Bar Exam is one of those things you know what you're getting. Royce is giving you bars. Like his last two projects, he's been more introspective, more retrospective, but this is vintage Royce. He's just rapping, sometimes rapping about nothing, other times just rapping about how nice he is and how he'll slaughter you on the mic. Like it's just bars on top of double entendres, just for days. That you know what you're getting when you listen to a Bar Exam.
yes, he's got a song on there with Nick Grant and Elzai, which I'm so glad for Royce does that. Like he goes for those other dudes that are like challenging him right now.
He's always did songs with Elzai.
Yeah, him and Elzai.
Where's Nick Grant from? Virginia? North Carolina somewhere
Yeah, I
over
think
there.
he's in that area. Yeah, the DMV perhaps.
In general,
I'm not
Royce generally shows love to other artists coming up. Like he always jumps on the track with somebody else. Like I remember in the Breakfast Club interview, he had stated how like one of those new rappers, I think it may have been Anderson .Paak, kind of inspired him on that Layers album to kind of get like melodic with his flow.
Yeah,
and step
yeah.
out of his comfort zone. And I think it worked for him.
He does a lot of that on this.
Right.
I mean, making moves, the Big Sean shit. He goes over the mask off and then he switches into DNA for a little bit.
I thought that was
He
dope.
does a
I
couple
really
of
enjoyed
yeah,
that.
like a couple of those things he does. The fact that you got a dude rapping like crazy and then the beats change, it gives you that old feeling. You know what I
Right.
mean? But can take it down to the south.
Royce is a Cancer. Happy birthday, Royce.
The Zodiac King over here.
Somewhere in there. I know it's in there.
2 Chainz. Pretty Girls Love Trap Music.
I like that album a lot.
Yeah.
Yo,
I'm a
shout
big
out to
fan.
2 Chainz. He honestly made me a believer. I fucking hated his music for the longest time. I was
Tell
just like,
him!
what is this shit? But his creativity makes you like him. Like
You know what I think it was is that people just weren't like opening up. You know what I mean? Like he came along at a time where everyone was like, "Hey, who's this guy? He dresses funny, da da da." You know, he raps funny, but like after hearing all the material he's put out so far, this dude could rap. You know what I mean?
rap.
And not only
he's
can he rap,
creative.
he's like silly. He's like that old that you kind of like the way Biggie or Pun would do it. You know,
That's
where-
your thought.
that he'll make cheap on cheap. You know what I mean? Like he'll make jokes
Got some
within
humor
his
to it.
shit. Yeah,
Right.
there's that humor that makes you kind of giggle. You almost like that's my uncle, that's my cool uncle. He used to fucking give me a couple bucks and shit. You know?
And he's still gangster.
Come to
Yeah, and he still gets his shit. He still raps with all the young dudes. You know, the old dudes
you know
respect
what I
him.
really like about him too? He has like I can't even speak right now. He's got a very he's got hip hop knowledge. Like he knows what he does, but he understands the rest of the game and keeps up with other stuff too.
Yeah,
So I like 2 Chainz for that reason as well. And like I said, his creativity and his imagination is just
Tell him.
bar none.
And so we'll keep it in Atlanta. Did anybody listen to Boomiverse?
I didn't hear it yet.
No, huh? No Big Boy fans up in here? I listened to it and I found out that it's half and half. I think he was trying to do something that would, you know, go out in the club, you know what I mean, and have that vibe to it because there's a lot of like up-tempo shit on there, which is, he's used to doing that. I mean, on Speaker Box, you know what I mean, his sound was real like, like up-tempo, fun type of party music.
Yeah.
But I don't know really where that demographic is right now. Is that for like older folks out going out dancing and shit? You know what I mean? Because like the young crowd is definitely not checking in on that.
Yo, when I went to Buffalo, there was the old people was out, like they was jamming. and
They was
shit.
jamming, right? That's
Yeah,
what I'm
man.
picturing. Like,
Shouts out to
But the South
Buffalo,
is different.
man.
The South
I
is
was
so
out in
many party
Buffalo.
scenes and so many different genres of music. We see like DMV, that go-go music's popping. Like
yeah.
And,
I never know.
It almost
Jersey?
sounds a little bit
Yo,
like
the music
yeah.
scene in Jersey, like in the clubs, is totally different than like in New York and Connecticut.
Yeah, it's
like,
real EDM. It's like
they'll take all the
Yeah.
songs and chop it up with all that extra shit, and everybody be in the clubs dancing to that and vibing to that.
There's another one that this is I got 2 more. We'll do one that's super mainstream. DJ Khaled.
dope album.
Yes.
A lot of East Coast
I
shit on
respect
there.
A lot of East Coast shit and a lot of old samples, like samples you already know. You know what I mean?
The one on my playlist, Good Man, with Jada and and Pusha.
Yeah.
Love that song.
Am I a good man?
Ghost used that sample on the
Yes.
Apollo Kids album.
Yep.
The sample is just bananas.
He just goes right over the sample though.
Yeah. Yo, the sample is bananas. Yo, Pusha.
What's the sample?
Yeah, I'll get the name. That's for another episode. But Pusha and Jada, the drug flips and the talk about loyalty on the tracks together, I love it. I honestly love them two on a record together. I feel like he forced Jada to step his game up just a tad bit, and then
Yeah, Jada's been falling off as of lately. He's always predictable with his bars. Everybody loves Pusha. I think Pusha's mad bland too, but
Yeah, I do. I think Push is mad bland too. I even enjoy him. Maybe it's just because of his name or whatever. But you just after you listen to it, yeah, all right, whatever.
you don't like these two on the track together though. You
I
don't feel like
do.
they
I-
elevated one another on this track.
Not necessarily because it's like, almost like you said earlier. It's like the same talk. You know what I mean? Like Like maybe if
You guys been selling drugs forever.
But you know, like with Pusha, that's
you've been selling drugs but not selling drugs.
You
forever.
know what you're getting with him. You know it's gonna be 1,001 cocaine flips for the rest of his life.
Yeah, I mean, the DJ Khaled also has songs like the Chance the Rapper with Justin Bieber and Quavo and
I like Turned Up to the Max. That Drake shit is dope, and I like the
beat is strange.
I like that Rihanna and Tiller.
Those are big. That's a big song. That's gonna be a big song, I think, for the summer.
Rihanna and Bryson
Yeah,
Tiller.
yeah.
I like that.
That song's gonna be big for the summer.
I like those two songs. Those
And
are the
Jay and
two.
Beyonce on there.
But you trying to
I
say
don't
you
really
don't
like
want to hit the raindrops, all I want to hit the same spot.
Hey, yo, do yourself a favor. Do not. Do
It
not.
looks just the same without no makeup.
Do not add DJ Khaled to your Snapchat.
Oh, he's
The worst mistake you could ever make in your life.
Shout out to Home because he showed love, man. That's what the hell this world need. Love. Like Home expressed mad love. You know what I'm saying? Pause, whatever the fuck y'all want to. You know what I'm saying? On some real
You have
life
to pause
shit.
love.
And we got a malfunction. Keep going.
Well, no, I mean,
but he do be,
he's mad annoying.
Annoying.
He's mad annoying.
Definitely is annoying, but you know what I'm saying? I'm trying, shed some light. You know what I'm saying? Because he do send out mad major keys.
I give him credit though for being able to
grateful.
Yes.
You know what
as
I'm
many
saying?
people
So,
as he can get on a record. Like,
shouts out to DJ Khaled.
Now, a lot of people didn't listen, but Styles P did an album with Burner, West Coast rapper.
I seen that.
he dropped
They
another
saw
album.
that.
I just listened to
It's
the
called
7
Vibes.
joint with him and Talib.
And actually, it's not that bad, man.
No.
It's really not. I pulled a couple songs off. I put them on the playlist, and so give people an idea of what else is popping. And then, since no one knows about that or wants to talk about that, Currency with the trifecta.
Damn. Oh, man, I feel bad now.
You didn't
I
hear
haven't listened to
Currency?
Currency in a minute.
Dude, he just dropped a triple album.
He was putting out a mixtape a month for a while.
A triple.
Real shit, Spitter, I'm gonna
That
go
shit
get
never
that.
impressed me. I think that's overload. You got a triple CD and you put on a mixtape every album. I'll wait till next month. Then. There's no urgency to listen to your music. You're putting out way too much.
Way too much. When I did that, I was like, oh damn, how am I even supposed to go through this to listen real quick?
What do I do? A triple CD?
I need a weekend.
How many records was on? How many tracks was on there?
I'm actually pulling it up right now. But I mean, there's mad features too. Like I was like, dog,
You got to.
you was holding this,
If you're doing 30, putting out a mixtape a week or a mixtape a month, and you got a triple CD, you better have fucking.
Yeah, that's it.
37
It's called
features.
Pilot Talk Trilogy.
Better.
Didn't he have a pilot talk already?
Yeah, I think this is the all
Hold
of
on,
them.
oh yeah.
13.
Major malfunctions today.
and
Brokest
15.
podcast, you know.
Some of the features on there are Jadakiss,
That's
Sheik
what you're talking
Luch,
about?
Wiz Khalifa,
Yeah, I don't
Riff
wanna hear
Raff.
That's what
Who?
you're talking about?
Yeah.
Did you just
Oh,
say
that's just
Sheik
that's a
Luch,
trilogy.
Riff Raff, and Wiz Khalifa
Not all on the same song.
No.
Raekwon
on the same album?
on the same album.
How am I getting through this album?
Mackenzie Eddy, Don Kennedy.
Those are the albums all in one.
He's got that song with Mos Def and Jay Electronica.
He
though.
been dropped though.
I think he's ignoring
Yes,
you.
I am ignoring you because it was just released as a trilogy. Is what I'm trying to explain to you during the malfunction.
Major malfunctions.
We were trying to segue away from that.
I talk
But you were
great,
just,
I
like,
don't
putting
keep
the
it while
spotlight.
back. Only say I love you just so I can
All right.
hear it back sometimes.
Now,
Brokest podcast, hashtag 005. No flex bomb.
Wrap it
Green
up.
screen fucked up today.
Do it look like I'm level bad and bougie?
Wrap it up.
Do it look like I'm level
Wrap
bad
it
and
up.
bougie?
Wrap it up then.
You said that like I'm level bad and bougie. Do it look
What?
like I'm level bad and bougie?
What?
Do it look like I'm level bad and bougie?
Huh?
Yeah, shout out to everybody that's been showing us love.
Wrap it up then.
Wrap it
We
up.
got that stamp of approval.
Wrap it up.
Huh?
You know what I mean? They love us. They like us.
Wrap it up.
They rocking with us. You get that cosign yet?
I know mad of y'all been out there ordering spinach dip with the artichoke.
The
I
artichoke.
know it, man. I see y'all out there, man. Just shout me out when you ordering.
I just got the suede
You know what I'm
hair-ons.
Yo,
You
be
know?
safe for the 4th. Go download the podcast.
Don't
subscribe,
Jason Pierre-Paul your
watch
fucking
it,
fist out here trying to
do
stunt.
all that
nigga.
shit. Comment on
Link
it.
below.
All
Yo.
that other type shit.
Go enjoy yourself.
Peace.
All serious inquiries. Brokest podcast, at gmail.com.
I thought it was inquiries.
Inquiries, inquiries, same
If
shit.
you're inquiring about the
tomatoes,
inquiries,
tomatoes,
Nah.
mixtape
That's
album.
ignorant
tomatoes
ignoramus.
and miles.